About 2 minutes ago, David Muir from ABC News reported from Hollywood, bringing shocking news to the entertainment industry. Actor Clifton Powell, who has made a lasting impression on audiences with his iconic roles in hit films such as Menace to Society and the Friday series, has just received his final verdict in court. This marks a significant turning point in his life, leading to a challenging and unforgiving phase. With a promising career, Clifton Powell was once one of Hollywood's brightest stars. However, his career now faces a major challenge that few could have imagined. The accusations and his confrontation with justice will have a profound impact not only on his personal life, but also on the reputation Powell has worked so hard to build over the years. Is this the end of his impressive career, or is it just a turning point for him to reinvent himself and rise again? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video, we're going to explore the surprising story of Clifton Powell and the final verdict he received. If you find this story interesting, leave a comment with the number 1. If not, leave a comment with the number 0. Don't forget to like and share the video with the people around you. And now, let's enjoy the video together. And don't forget to subscribe to support us. Clifton Powell, a man from a tough neighborhood, rose to become a respected name in Hollywood through his relentless efforts. However, his legal troubles and serious personal struggles have rocked the entertainment industry. Is this the end of his career, or is there still a chance for him to reinvent himself? As of now, all we know is that the final judgment has been made, and its impact will be significant. Clifton Powell grew up in a poor neighborhood in southeast Washington, D.C. Life there wasn't easy, and he faced challenges from an early age. "I grew up in southeast D.C. where life could be very harsh," he shared in an interview, his voice gentle with unforgettable memories. At the age of 4, he had to endure the tragedy of losing his mother. Left with his alcoholic father, Clifton had to learn to become independent at a young age. Life in the ghetto can easily lead children like him into a life of crime. "Many of my friends ended up in prison for drug use, selling drugs, or committing crimes," he said. "The streets in Southeast D.C. can take away all your chances." But Clifton was fortunate to have people like Daryl Harvey, a man who looked out for him and helped him. "He was like an older brother to me. When I was 8, he helped me get through tough times," Powell recalls gratefully. "Thanks to his help, I found the right path. I went to church every Sunday. If it weren't for that, I probably wouldn't be here today," he admits. Few would have expected a child raised in the ghetto to become a Hollywood star, but Clifton had to overcome countless challenges before reaching the pinnacle of his career. Initially, acting wasn't his dream. "I wanted to be a football player," he confesses, "but life took me in a different direction." One day, while attending St. Anoni High School, Clifton decided to participate in a play called Lil Abner, a decision that would change his life forever. "I told my teacher I wanted to be in the play, and he gave me the opportunity," he recalls. After graduating, Clifton continued his training. He attended Emerson College, where he spent time rehearsing lines and recording to improve his acting skills. "That discipline helped me stand out from my peers and laid the foundation for my future success," he says. But his journey wasn't without its challenges. "I was poor, and a woman once told me that I would never succeed," he remembers. But instead of letting the negativity overwhelm him, Clifton kept pursuing his dream. "If it's what the angels and gods want you to do, then do it," he resolutely declared. His perseverance helped him build a career in the entertainment industry despite the unpredictable challenges ahead. And now, as the final verdict has been handed down, we can only wonder, Is this the end of a promising career, or is a new chapter just about to begin for Clifton Powell? His smaller roles in films and TV shows during the 1980s helped Clifton Powell gain experience and slowly start to attract attention in the entertainment industry. However, it wasn't until 1993 that his career truly took off with his role as Chanty in Menace Tekken Society. His deep and powerful performance in this blockbuster film left a strong impression that Hollywood couldn't ignore. As the spotlight began to shine on him, few could have predicted the challenges Clifton would face. These challenges would eventually lead his life to a devastating turning point. His career continued to progress with a series of impressive roles in Dead Presidents, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, and the Friday series, showcasing his versatility in front of the camera. Clifton could make audiences laugh one moment and have them crying the next. His famous line, "I don't get out of bed until 2:30, don't come too early next time," is still quoted by fans to this day. His strong presence made any role unforgettable. However, behind the spotlight, his life wasn't as glamorous as it appeared. As his fame grew, the invisible pressures began to tighten. When you're famous, everyone wants something from you. Money, time, attention, he once shared. Some people pretend to be your friends, but really, they just want to use you. The showbiz lifestyle, with its unavoidable temptations, slowly started to deeply affect Clifton's personal life. He had been in a marriage for over 20 years with Kimberly, which is something not many in Hollywood can boast about. Yet, even this solid relationship couldn't withstand the pressure of fame. Clifton admits, "I was away from home too much. I didn't save enough for my children's future, and I let myself get caught up in temptations, women, fake friends, bad decisions." The breakup hit him hard. "When my marriage ended, I hit rock bottom. I lost almost everything in a bitter divorce, including $5 million. Clifton also admits that he lost his way. "I gambled a lot, spending between $30,000 to $50,000 a year. My life was all about women, partying, and was completely out of balance. What hurt him the most was being absent for his children. I realized I wasn't there for them as much as I should have been. I might have been gone 50% of the time, but 70% is too much." Despite everything, Clifton didn't give up on his acting career. He continued to take roles and build his reputation as a talented actor. However, the internal struggles became more intense. And then something happened that changed everything. In August 2011, serious accusations surfaced. A woman using the alias Kyanti Myers accused Clifton of assaulting her at a hotel in New Orleans. According to court records, Myers was a 24-year-old cocktail server at Harrah's Casino. She claimed she had known Powell for about 2 years before the incident. Myers stated that although she initially consented, she asked Powell to stop when he became too rough, but he continued to act against her wishes. The scandal immediately attracted a lot of attention when TMZ reported it. Clifton quickly denied all accusations through his representative. Powell completely denied the false accusations and vowed to pursue all necessary legal action. Myers initially reported the incident to the authorities, but the criminal case was dismissed due to lack of evidence. She later filed a civil lawsuit seeking damages of over $75,000. For Clifton Powell, the accusations were a shock that left him completely confused. "I have a 22-year-old daughter. I would never hurt anyone. he said firmly, recalling the incident. "That was the worst time in my life, Joe. Someone accused me of rape or harming them," he said, his voice choking with emotion. "The accusations caused me immense emotional pain. It was the greatest challenge I've ever faced in my life since my father died in the 80s, Powell said, his eyes filled with sadness as he recalled the painful memories. Powell's life was upended, not only destroying his peace, but also threatening the career he had built. "I lost my job because of this. My reputation was nearly completely ruined," he admitted. When the story went public, Powell found himself in a battle not only with the law, but also with public opinion. Some of his works vanished. He said, "I had signed up for a show thinking I would stay for at least 7 or 8 episodes, but after the second episode, it was over. Those accusations created an indelible prejudice." The civil lawsuit became a bigger issue than a legal battle. It quickly turned into a public judgment, threatening to bury his career. The big question is whether this is the end of the artistic life Powell had passionately lived for many years. The consequences were devastating and unforgiving. In an industry like Hollywood, where controversy is avoided like the plague, all the doors that once opened for Powell were now closed. "I feel like so many opportunities have disappeared," he said. Despite the accusations never being proven, the intense public backlash caused Powell's once successful career to fade. His roles became fewer, and opportunities grew scarce. The man who had appeared in over 100 films and shows now struggled to find his place. Powell was particularly disappointed with the media coverage. "Essentially, this is a civil lawsuit," he emphasized. "People need to take responsibility. If you find this story interesting and want to learn more, don't forget to like, share the video, and leave a comment below to let us know your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our upcoming exciting videos. Now, let's continue this fascinating story together. Powell expressed his gratitude to TMZ for providing more objective reporting. "Thank you to TMZ for verifying information from the New Orleans Police Department 4 years ago and confirming that when asked, 'Were you coerced or threatened into any sexual acts with Mr. Powell?' she said no." Although partially exonerated, Powell still couldn't escape the severe consequences. 4 years after the incident, he began speaking more openly about his truth. In a 2017 interview, Powell revealed that the civil rape case had been dismissed. However, the pain from the crisis still hadn't faded. "That was the darkest moment of my life," he admitted. "The pain didn't just come from the accusation, but also from the betrayal of someone I once trusted." Powell acknowledged the support of his family, fans, TMZ, and his legal team, who stood by him throughout the tough times. That support was the only light that helped him weather the storm. However, he couldn't hide the fact that his reputation and career had been deeply affected. "I lost work because of it. I had to fight to restore my reputation." What hurt Powell the most was how quickly people judged him without knowing the truth. "Someone just came onto my page and said he wouldn't watch my films because he thought I only played rapists and murderers, which is completely wrong. But he's never met me. He's never understood me." Powell emphasized the difference between the characters he portrayed on screen and the person he is in real life. "A lot of people judge me by the roles I play, but that's the result of serious training and a passion for acting," he shared. Determined to restore his reputation and reclaim his life, Powell worked tirelessly to rebuild the career he had fought so hard to establish. The misunderstandings placed Clifton Powell in a tough position, even threatening his career and personal life, as some couldn't differentiate him from his on-screen characters. However, Despite all the pressure and prejudice, Powell never considered giving up. He knew that he wasn't just fighting for his personal reputation, but also facing a system that had quickly judged him without considering the full truth. Throughout this ongoing battle, Powell couldn't help but wonder if his artistic journey had come to an end or if he had a chance to redeem himself and rise from the struggles. Beyond the specific challenges, Powell also openly shared the larger difficulties he faced in Hollywood, including racism and prejudice. "If you knew how many films I've been in, you'd be surprised to know how many people said I should be more famous," he confided in an interview with Jasmine Brand. "If I told you how many times people told me I was too black for a role, you wouldn't believe it," he continued, revealing a harsh reality many black actors face. "One of the most heartbreaking moments was when a network rejected me because of my skin color. I lost a role because the network thought I was too black," Powell shared, recounting the story calmly. But the pain was still palpable. These rejections and racial discrimination only added to Powell's struggles. Yet, thanks to his talent and perseverance, he continued to earn the recognition he deserved. His role in Ray, a film about the legendary Ray Charles, earned him a prestigious nomination from the NAACP Image Awards. Powell didn't forget to express his gratitude to Jaime Fox, who helped him land this big opportunity. Beyond the challenges from the industry, Powell also publicly addressed the divisions within the black community. He recalled his conflicts with director Spike Lee and affirmed, "I don't respect anyone, including myself, if they publicly put down a brother or sister in the community." For Powell, unity has always been a core principle. Amid challenges from racism, industry politics, to the weight of ongoing accusations, Clifton Powell persevered. He was not only fighting for himself, but also for the larger changes Hollywood needed. When the final verdict was announced, many wondered whether this would be the end of the career Powell had dedicated so many years to. However, his story was far from over. Behind the trauma and loss was a journey of self-discovery, with family playing a crucial role. Amidst all the turmoil, Powell found deep meaning in his relationship with his children. His beloved daughter, whom he calls Pinky, always brings laughter and joy into his life. "She's funnier than I am," Powell proudly shared. His son, Clifton Jr., not only followed in his father's creative footsteps, but also dreamed of becoming a professional basketball player. Clifton Jr. recently attracted attention due to his relationship with Sasha Obama, the daughter of former President Barack Obama. This relationship made Powell even more serious about his role as a father. "I always tell my son, treat Sasha the way you want someone to treat your daughter," he shared. While knowing that not every family relationship is perfect, Powell always strives to be present in his children's lives. His love and responsibility towards his family have been a great motivation, helping him weather life's storms. With that love, Powell hopes a new chapter will open where strength, faith, and love will guide him forward. Professionally, Clifton Powell has embarked on a strong journey of rebuilding, despite the previous accusations that threatened his career and reputation. But with unwavering resilience, Powell has slowly restored his personal assets and reputation, reaching a net worth of about $5 million. More importantly, he has found new opportunities to continue showcasing his acting talent, which he has worked hard to build. Rumors that he will take on the lead role in a new film, playing a retired detective, are growing stronger. Additionally, Powell is considering writing a memoir, sharing his tumultuous journey in Hollywood. Throughout this rebuilding process, Powell has often emphasized a valuable lesson he learned: the importance of carefully choosing the people around you. In a harsh environment like Hollywood, a mistaken trust can lead to deep harm or exploitation. And as Powell continues to work to rebuild his life and career, the question remains: is this the end of his journey? Or is a new, more exciting chapter waiting for him? The final answer came through an announcement by David Muir from ABC. The final verdict was delivered just minutes ago. Clifton Powell has been exonerated. The civil lawsuit against him was dismissed after the court found insufficient evidence to support the accusations. This is not the end for Powell. It is a rebirth. This is a new opportunity for him to regain his dignity and continue pursuing the art he loves. "I have to try to fix my reputation," Powell said during his difficult days. Now he can truly do that. The dismissal of the verdict officially confirms what Powell has always said: "I will never hurt anyone." His perseverance in fighting for the truth has been rewarded, opening up a new path free from the threat of false accusations. For Powell, who has witnessed opportunities disappear in the blink of an eye, this verdict is not just a legal ruling. It's a miracle, a door to reconnect with the industry he has dedicated many years to. With over 100 roles on screen, Powell can now continue to add to his impressive resume. Clifton Powell's story is a living testament to the devastating damage false accusations can cause. But it is also a lesson about the strength of perseverance and unwavering belief in oneself, even during the darkest times. Despite the storms and challenges, Powell never lost faith in his innocence. He remained steadfast even when it seemed like the career he had worked so hard to build would come to an end. Now, as he moves forward, Clifton Powell carries with him valuable lessons. The importance of family, the value of honest relationships, and the strength of believing in oneself when everyone around you doubts you. This ending is not a goodbye. It is a new beginning, stronger and brighter than before. So, what do you think about Clifton Powell's journey? And which other stars have overcome false accusations to shine again? Please share your thoughts in the comments. If you find this story exciting and full of surprises, don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, and leave a comment below to let us know what you think. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our other exciting videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.